2022 is the last year that Lamborghini is going to be building internal combustion engines. This year is the end of an era. But at Evo India, we don't like to mourn the loss of things, but we want to celebrate them. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We've got the twin-turbo V8 in the Lamborghini Urus at the epic Bharatmala road. We're going to have some proper fun. But before we go ahead, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the Evo India channel and leave a comment down below. Which of Lamborghini's engines are your favorite? So the Urus features a twin-turbo V8 engine, and this was significant because it's the first ever turbocharged engine in a production Lamborghini. That was huge. It signaled the onset of downsizing. This engine has been borrowed from elsewhere in the group. That's no real secret. The Panamera Turbo has it, the Cayenne Turbo has it, the RSQ8 has it. So it is an engine that is common across a number of cars, but in the Urus, it feels very, very different. It feels nothing like those engines. Lamborghini has sprinkled their magic dust on it, if you may, and that's left an engine that feels super aggressive, super angry, very, very Lamborghini characteristics. Now let's talk specs. You've got a 641 bhp twin-turbo V8. You've got 850 Nm of torque. Those are big numbers. At the time of the Urus's launch back in 2018, that was the most powerful tune that this engine was available in. Now the Urus Performante obviously has upped that. There's some interesting solutions done to make this a sporty car as well. The engine, it's mounted as low as possible. This is done to keep the weight low, the center of gravity low, and make it a better handler. The turbochargers, they're nestled within the V of the turbo. This makes the engine more responsive. The air has to travel less to the turbochargers and gives you better responses on the throttle. The turbochargers also work in parallel, so you have responsiveness right from low revs, and you've also got an optimized exhaust system, again designed to make the turbos work well, designed for better responsiveness and better power delivery. And what does all this performance feel like? We're going to find out with a launch. So the launch sequence is actually very simple. Put it into Corsa, gearbox in manual, foot on the brake, accelerate. That's just mental levels of performance. You've got to shift manually, otherwise it bangs against the limiter. And it does 100 in 3.6 seconds. This is a 2.2-ton SUV. 100 in 3.6 seconds is absolutely mental. Surge of power, the absolute sheer torque that it has is unbelievable. Big heavy SUVs like this need big torque to move, and the Urus does that really well. That is probably why Lamborghini chose to put a twin-turbo V8 and not their V10 or V12 into this. That torque is what gives this that punch. It gives you that go off the line, that instant shove, that relentlessness of the acceleration thanks to that turbocharged engine. The responsiveness of the throttle, it's instant. You wouldn't believe this is a turbocharged engine. The giveaway that it is a turbo engine is that it revs only to a little under 7,000 RPM, and the fact that there is this constant shove. No matter where you are in the rev range, it will accelerate like an absolute animal. And listen to how it sounds. It's beautiful. Listen to that. It's nothing like the Huracan or the Aventador. It's not that beautiful, loud, orchestral music kind of sound. It's more gruff, it's more baritone, it's more, what would you call it? What are the words? I'm lost for words. It's just unbelievable. It's such a deep bellow. It hits you in the guts. It's not the kind of sound that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand, but it's the kind of sound that hits you in the gut. It punches you. Like when you're standing in a concert right next to the speakers, that bass, you can feel it in your chest. That's the kind of sound it makes. And of course, it pops and crackles when you're downshifting. It's an absolute beast. And what I absolutely love about it is this sheer relentlessness of it. It just goes on and on and on and on. It does not stop. You hit 120, 150, 200, 250. It does not stop. This thing tops out at 305 kilometers an hour. It's absolutely mad. When it first came out, Lamborghini said that this is the only true super SUV. And that's something I completely believe. This is really a supercar in the shape of an SUV. It handles, it corners, it drives well, it has traction, it has grip. This engine in no other car feels this way. It feels so raw, it's unreal. When you think of Lamborghini, you have a certain type of performance in mind. You have a certain sound in mind. You have drama in mind. This engine, it delivers all of that in spades. What really stands out is the Urus's versatility. You can drive roads like these hard, like you would any supercar, day in and day out. But then you can drive it back home on any average Indian road. Bad roads, good roads, doesn't matter. It has the ground clearance. It actually rides decently. It's stiff, but you will be reasonably comfortable in here. You won't be wincing over every single bump. And the best part is you can use it. You can use it every single day. That's what makes it so special. The amount of fun you can have in a car is directly proportional to how often you use it. And the Urus is something you can genuinely use every day. You can drive to work in it, you can drive to the shops in it, you can road trip in it, you can take it to the track. There are no limits on this car. And there's one more thing you can do with it. You can put it into Sabia mode and do this. I'm a killer. The Lamborghini Urus, it sits at the pinnacle of super SUVs. It's got absolutely mental performance. It's got everyday usability. And out here, it's got good, legitimately good off-road ability. The twin-turbo V8 in this car was the first sign of downsizing hitting Lamborghini. And honestly, if downsizing is going to be this much fun, I'm not too worried about the future of the brand.